Greetings and welcome to week 15. This week, or next to last, we are going to talk about the last two of the Millennium Development Goals that we've been studying over the last almost month. The last two, number 7, is to ensure environmental sustainability, and then number 8 is to create a global partnership to reach the goals that we've been speaking about over the course of the past 4 weeks. The goal number 8, you're going to have a description of it from a friend of mine from Fletcher, once again named Vanessa. She is working now in New York City with the United Nations, and she will provide an explanation of the global partnership, what it means, and what we hope to accomplish by being a part of it. Number 7 is environmental sustainability, and that's something that's been important to me for a while now, and something that I've investigated. And actually at Fletcher I did my final paper on environmental sustainability, and specifically the destruction of the Amazon and how to halt it, and what steps the international community can take possibly to limit the destruction, or at the very least slow it down. But it's not just about deforestation. When we talk about environmental sustainability, we talk about fisheries, we talk about clean water, clean air, we talk about stopping desertification, where the land becomes so dry that it's useless. We talk about croplands, we talk about biodiversity. There are any number of things that we can look at and say, as we move forward as a human race and as our population continues to grow, we have to be able to interact with the environment in a way that does not deplete the resources that we have, but that uses them in a way that is sustainable, and that will not only serve our needs now, but serve our children and our grandchildren's needs in the future. A guy named Robert Kaplan wrote a book a few years ago, actually over a decade ago, called The Coming Anarchy. It was an essay really, but a considerable one, 60 pages or so, and in it he argues that the number one security issue facing policymakers this century is not the interaction between states or threat from other states necessarily, but more likely it's going to be the threat from the environment. And he says that the environment is the number one national security issue of the 21st century. A very controversial view, but we'll take a look at it with our situation brief. And you can see that the situation brief and the Millennium Development Goal number 7 go hand in hand with each other. So we're going to look at Kaplan. We're going to look specifically in the situation brief at global warming, what we know about it for sure, and then what is controversial, and there will be maybe some myths dispelled in there that will give you some new insight into global warming and maybe the threat that it poses, or maybe it doesn't. Who knows, really? But the indicators, the scientists, the vast majority say that we are headed for very difficult times because of the increased temperature of the Earth. And there are some things in there that maybe in some ways are controversial, but really are not. They're scientific fact. And so take a look at that and then debate, and that's what we're going to do on the board and in the journal, about what effect global warming and climate change will have on national security issues, specifically in light of Robert Kaplan's statement that it's a national security issue of the 21st century. Next week we will just kind of do a wrap-up week, and then we will be done with the semester. I thank you very much for the effort that you put in, and I will be seeing you online. Take care of yourself and have a good week.